See, for the past 10 days we have been revised, like from the first chapter to 14th chapter, and we solved many worksheets, we solved many sample papers also. Each sample papers taught you a lesson, is it or not? You may feel very difficult, you may feel very easy, like no sample paper it would be. Most of the sample paper is moderate to hard, in that manner only. But when you take the board exam paper, is it happen to see any board exam paper before? Do you? That would be very easy. Easily we can solve, except for 1 or 2, maximum 12 to 14 marks they make with a twist. That also can be easily solvable only. Rarest case 14 marks they will twist, but bare minimum 2 marks or 5 marks only they will twist. That too, if you are lucky enough, means you will get an option also. So don't be afraid that this exam is going to be very tough, we can't able to do it like you don't think, because sample papers are different, board papers are entirely different. It would be very easy. Okay, for that only tomorrow you are going to write the mock board exam, so you may get an idea. That one wouldn't be that much tough. Your pre-final 4 did you wrote? How was the pre-final 4 paper? It was easy. How about pre-final 1, 2 and 3? Comparatively tough when you compare it to pre-final 4. So that is how this board paper would be. Now then, why we are stressing this much means we have to ready ourselves for worst case scenario. We prepared ourselves for the worst case scenario. By God's grace, if we got good also, not a problem. If we got worst case scenario also, we know how to fight. We trained for that, is it? So that is why. So if this sample paper reduces your confidence, means it is not the way it works. Okay. When you see the board paper, your confidence will be boosted up, like it will go in stonks. Okay. So don't be afraid of the board exam. It would be very easy. I wish you all the best. It's going to be. I am wishing you the exam will not be easy. It is going to be very easy. What is very tough means we have to answer. That is the toughest part. Even the very easy paper, we make it tough for ourselves, is it? Don't study up to the last minute. Simply, like tomorrow is Sunday, you just have a glance, or you can write the mock exam, and just formula alone you can revise if necessary. And Monday morning also, only formulas alone you can revise. Don't commit a mistake in the formula. Units, everything are important. Some minor details here and there. Okay. And after reaching to the board exam venue, you should not take your books with you. Keep it in your home or keep it in your school bus itself. Don't take it even to your classroom. Straightly go to the waiting room, and then from there you go to that exam hall. Before that itself, every revision should be finished. There you have 15 minutes to read the question paper. Okay. So you are clever enough to read the question paper because we have read many question papers. How to read a question paper, you know. What will you see first when you see the question paper? We take the last page. What is the 5-mark question? What is the case study question? Okay. Okay. That way also you can revise, not a problem. Just flip the page. From the last page you revise. These are all the 5-mark question. These we know how to do it. These are all we don't know how to do it. Okay, have a choice. We go with the easy choice. And when a question has 2 choices, one is very tough, one is very easy. Which one you will choose? Very easy you should choose. You should not think that I am going to show my proficiency. I am going to answer this very tough question. The evaluator will think proud of you. No, he won't. Okay. Clear? Also remember that too much attention, too much what is it? They say one phrase, I can't phrase it. Too much curiosity kills the cat. Is it? So let it be on their own flow. 5 marks you see, these are all the things. And the case study you can see, case study also there is a last question has an option that you can go through and then come back to 3 marks, come back to 4 marks, come back to 2 marks, everything. And if you finished everything within the span of 7 to 8 minutes, in the 15 minutes, that is enough, more than enough, right, to flip the question paper, to decide what to answer, what not to answer. And while that time itself, you should be marking the questions which need some extra answers. Extra answers means what? Some questions they may ask, justify your answer, also find that. That kind of question you have to really aware. In this type of question, after finding x value, we will be satisfied. Okay, answer found, that's all. But this is not the answer. Just the way I am saying. Okay. Clear? That question you should put on alert check, like a small marking, like you alone can see, like that. You should not write anything on the question paper, you should not mark any answers, but like you alone can see, you can extend that full stop as a comma, that last to check. Likewise you prepare, or else you put extra one dot, full stop to that question, or else put 2 more dots and so on, continued, likewise. Then you may aware that the question needs some extra answer should be provided. That like you mark some alert checks. And don't write margin, means if margin is there means last line don't write, last line you just leave it, don't write in the last line. Okay, don't write too many lines on the sheet of paper, don't write too less lines also. Write neatly whatever, whenever you use a formula, quote that formula here, this side. And to rough work you make one column alongside. Still you put that column for rough work, it doesn't mean that you can do World War III on it. Like violence, this, that and all. Like horror movie girl, like you should not scribble in the rough work column. Okay, that also should be made. If not means last page you can utilize. Okay, and that is it. Paper would be very easy. You have to answer it wisely. Where was I? That 8 minutes you finished. Planning, answering, alert checks, everything finished. The remaining time, go through the MCQs. They are really important. If you put all the 20 MCQs correct, you don't need to worry. Okay. Even there, if you commit any very small mistake, like negligible mistake, if you didn't done means, it would be negligible, or may not be aware of that also. But MCQ out means out only. Clear? So be aware. That too, this last 19 and 20 question, assessment and reason, be sure. Okay, take some time also, not a problem, but answer correctly. MCQ, don't strike out and write. First you thought B is the answer, and then there itself you can striking out C is the answer like you are writing. Don't do that. Should be correct answer. Okay. For that, you should not leave that for the last minute. So in the leisure time of question paper reading time, you can do the MCQs. Some questions would be mentally easily answerable. For example, this question and all we did remember. Radius of this is what, like we done using Pythagoras theorem directly. So those type of questions also easily can be answerable. That kind of questions we can mark. So we can spend that time on. Some questions will require more time. They may usually trick that first question. It takes more time. It takes more time to think that, like they may twist. There is a possibility. It happened before also. So you have to be aware of that. If that question is taking more time, just put a pause to that one and then move on to the next one. We'll come back to the last. Also, that extra questions, right? Like internal choice, that and all. At last you should write after you finish the exam as per the time management we have given. You know the time management, right? You have to start on the descending order. Largest first, 5 marks first, and then 4 marks, 3 marks, 2 marks. If you start a section, that section should be finished. Okay. If MCQs are really easy, either you can start with the MCQ also. Okay. First you finish MCQ and then 5 marks, 4 marks, 3 marks, 2 marks, like you can finish. Yes. You can interchange the section, but while writing section C, you are not supposed to write a question from section D. If you take that section should be finished. Okay. Question number 35 comes in section D. Immediately you thought of 1 2 mark. Oh, I got the answer. Then question number 21, if you keep, means the evaluator will be angry on you. Because after evaluating each question, he need to mark that in the front page. Suppose if you fixed one section means their mind, you are going on the flow of their mind. If you are disturbing your answer sheet, disturbing their mind flow, you know what the aftermath will be. Okay. So if you start a section means they would be with mindset, okay, this boy started section B, only 2 marks he's going to answer 21 20. In that you can mark the questions front and back, not a problem. Okay, but sections you should not mingle. Clear? If you study only NCRT and our questionnaire also, it is really easy to crack 80 out of 80. Okay, so you can get the centum for sure, but there is one person who is really stopping you from getting centum. It's you, yourself only. Nobody else can stop you unless you stop yourself. Okay. Also, one important thing I need to say, your friend, you read this, you read that, likewise he'll be asking, oh you, that I didn't read. Likewise, don't think. Whatever you read, be confident with that. He will be reading some other book also. This much big book he carries, and then he is flipping the pages. You, R.D. Sharma, like 2 books he will carry, and here R.D. Sharma, here Arigant, here R.S. Agarwal, like he may prepare. You should not be feeling inferior by looking to them. What you prepare, be confident on that. That alone you deliver correctly means enough. Okay, don't do extras. That is it. Okay, you revise this circles chapter, and these questions I only explained, you didn't practice. You practice yourself once, you will get an idea by yourself. Send me your practices, I'll verify. Okay, and then any other chapter is left over? Okay, then that is it. Hope you will be doing great in your exams. I want you to do great. Surely you will get 80 out of 80 for sure, but prepare for that. Got it? That is it. Any other doubts do you have?